Oh shit, we back, man. You know what it is. Let's get it started, man. Let's go. Yeah. You know what it is, man. Listen, sometimes shit goes wrong. You know what I'm saying? The mic wasn't working, but we got it back, man. They tried to silence us for too long. All right. That was a matrix attack. But it's all good, man. We back. You know what it is? This is episode 302, I believe, of the Victory Talk podcast. We doing our thing, man. You know what I'm saying? I am your host, Big Brandon Carter, King Keto, Gymnasium Jesus, Jesus de Gimnasio para mi gente. Unctimus Prime, the Southside Savior. And I'm not alone. I'm also here with Minovia, DJ Chiquita Grande. She's going to be monitoring the chat, making sure nobody come in here talking crazy. You feel me? We're going to be doing it real big. Listen, man, I got a lot I want to cover today. I kind of just want to jump into it. First, real quick word from our sponsor, me. I got a free ebook for you called the 7-day AI action plan for online trainers. It's going to show you how to use AI to actually grow your online fitness business. All right. Use AI to help you make content better and faster. Use AI to help you actually get more leads and more clients, and use AI to actually help you make more sales and train your clients as well. It's a whole breakdown. If you've been thinking about starting the online fitness business, this is the book for you. It's 100% free. Link in the description. All right. Also, we got thought repellent. Thought repellent is the easy to apply spray to keep the hoes away. You know, it's summertime. This is breeding season for the hoes. There's going to be a lot of pregnant hoes by the end of the summer, man. And you don't want your seed to end up in one of them. You don't want to accidentally impregnate a hoe. It happens. Listen, every day in America, a young brother falls victim to some thought. All right. Bitches is getting pregnant on purpose, or they just too stupid to take the pill. Who knows, right? That's why you got to stay safer, right? This has been genetically engineered to repel thoughts. All right. It's we should have it out. We should have it out by June if we get enough super chats. Okay. All your super chats go towards development of thought repellent. If we don't have it out by summer, it's because we didn't get enough super chats. All right. And when you leave a super chat, I'll answer your question, whatever question you have, man. All right. Shit, man, look at my arms. I'm getting dark. I'm out here looking like Idris Elbow in this motherfucker. Hold up for a second. Let me turn this. That's a little better. But man, yeah, you know, it's that time of season when I start to look super chocolatey. It's more like a golden chocolate caramel is what it's like. You feel me? Anyway, man, listen, I know you guys, some of you motherfuckers are stupid, but some of you guys are smart. And the smart ones, y'all like to read. All right. So I have a tier list of the books that made me rich. All right. And let's get into them. The more you learn, the more you the more you earn, whatever Ty Lopez was saying. And in this video, I want to rank the books that helped make me a multi-millionaire. Those of y'all know I've been reading about 2 books a week since I was 19. I'm 43 now. So that's a lot of information. I want to kind of just dive right into it. Let's go. Let me share my screen. Oh, here we go. Let's get into it. All right, cool. Bam. Here's the tier list. Some of the books that helped make me rich And if you read them, hey, brother, you can get rich too. Let's start it off. Some of my favorites. Oh, here's the categories. We got legendary, solid, pretty good, average, and trash. All right. Just garbage, nonsense. Okay. And I got some important books on here. Let's get right into it. Let's start it off. Rich Dad, Poor Dad. This book really helped me when I was 17. I read this book, freshman year of college. And I read it and it changed the way I thought about money. Basically, the thesis statement of this book was to rich people buy assets, poor people buy liabilities, meaning you want to use the income that you work for at your job or anything you have to use your own labor or time to make money. You want to invest that into assets that make money for you. You feel me? And poor people would just, they spend money working, then they start buying luxuries, like they buy a watch or a car or fucking Gucci belts, right? But this book kind of changed the way I thought about it. I'm gonna say it's solid because there's some bullshit in here too. Like I reread it when I was older and I was like, wait a minute, some of this shit is bullshit. But the main thesis is solid. The main thesis is super solid. All right. It's a good book. For example, one of the things that helped me, like when I bought my Richard Mille, it's like $200K. This cost RM29, but I didn't pay for it with money I spent working. I mean, I didn't pay for it with money I made working. I made money working on my business, get the money, and I invested that in stocks. Right, that's one of the investment vehicles I use, and I used. It's kind of complicated. I sold covered calls against my positions, and even to get in those positions, I sold cash secure puts. So I used my money to make more money, and the money I made from selling those options is what I used to buy the Richard Mille, right? 200K. You feel me? And it's just things like that. Always be investing your money. So I invest 50% of my income. If you do that, you can never go broke, unless you really fuck up. You got a drug and or prostitute habit, something like that. I mean, it's possible, but you shouldn't go broke. All right. Let's keep it going. We got Never Split the Difference by Chris Voss. This book is about negotiating. And the guy who wrote it, Chris Voss, he is an FBI hostage negotiator, right? High stakes negotiation, right? So I figured, yo, man, if this motherfucker can stop somebody from robbing a bank, from stopping from killing everybody, maybe I can use those tactics to get a deal on a watch or win an argument with my girlfriend. Anyway, to be clear, I've had varying degrees of success with that last one. All right. I'm gonna put this as legendary. This is the best book on negotiating that has ever been made. All right. Best book on negotiating that's ever been made. Chris Voss. I highly suggest you read it. Chris is the man. All right. We're gonna go Buy Back Your Time from the homie Dan Martell. Y'all seen him on my YouTube. I've known Dan since before he blew up on YouTube, back when he had under 100,000 subscribers. I met Dan. Hold up. When I met Dan, we were both speaking at an event in Vegas. And he hit me up and invited me to a dinner he was having with some other people, right? And we were just chilling in Vegas, eating dinner and shit. Everything was cool. And next day, Dan said he was leaving. I was like, hey, man, nice meeting you, bro. And then he hit me up the next day. Hey, man, I'm still in Vegas. I said, what you doing still in Vegas, man? And he said, yeah, man, it was too hot for my plane to take off. I was like, God damn, is it global warming? Must be a motherfucker, man. Like I checked the flights. Are planes not able to leave Las Vegas now? Is everybody stranded? No. He met his personal plane. And that's how I knew I was dealing with a different kind of motherfucker. He met his private jet. All right. So that alone makes me want to put it in legendary, the way he flexed on me that day. All right. But the truth is, Dan has said something in this book. He said something in this book that I've been trying to preach for a long time is, yo, man, poor people spend money to save time. I'm gonna put it in solid. Poor people spend money to save time. No, I'm sorry. Poor people spend time to save money. Rich people spend money to save time. Right. So I used to talk about this. I have videos about this. Some of them got 1 million views. And on the videos, everybody's talking shit about me because I said shit. Even when I was struggling and trying to come up, what I would do is I would pay people to do things in my personal life. For example, I would go on TaskRabbit and pay someone to clean up the crib so I could work more during that time. Right. For example, check this out. Let's say you know how much you make an hour from your business, right? You calculate your hourly rate because you know your numbers. You're not a loser. You know your numbers, right? You track everything, right? Right? I've been telling you to do it for 15 years. If you don't, you fucking up. But anyway, let's say you figured out you make $100 an hour when you work, right? So you could clean up your crib. Let's say it takes you, simple math, let's say it takes you an hour to clean up your crib, right? Or you can go on TaskRabbit, get the Jamaican lady to come through and clean your crib for an hour, right? Pay her $50 off TaskRabbit, pay her $50 off TaskRabbit, right? Which one would you do? A lot of people say, oh man, I'd rather just save the $50. But here's the thing. If you do it yourself and you make $100 per hour when you work, if you clean instead of working, you didn't save $50, dipshit. You lost $50, right? Because had you paid her to do it and you stayed working, you would have had a net profit of $50, and you wouldn't have to clean shit. You know, and when I would tell people this kind of stuff, they say, "Oh, you just lazy, you lazy, you lazy." I'm like, "No, motherfucker, I pay people to do shit so I can work more, dumbass." Right? But Dan's more articulate than me, and he's not out here only wearing tank tops. So people probably take him more seriously. The book did really well. All right, let's keep going. 10X rule by the homie, by my unc, Grant Cardone. I gotta put this as solid. The truth is it's probably here, but you know, when I was trying to come up, working on coming up, you know, making my first $1 million, I had the audio book version of this, and I would just listen to it all the time on Audible. Like I'd wake up, play it in the shower while I'm showering. I got this old white man yelling at me in the shower while I'm cleaning. But it really just told me that it was okay to work hard. You know, now you know work extra hard. You know, people like to talk shit about Grant and call him a scammer, but I feel like the real scammers are the ones who are telling you, hey, you know, everything's easy. Just lay back. You don't have to work. It's going to be easy. But nah, man. Success, extreme success, is going to take a lot of work. It's going to take everything. Like, there's no way you're going to just stroll to your goal. Like, that shit don't even happen in the movies. That shit don't even happen in Hollywood. Right? But Grant was saying, no, work 10 times as hard. That sounds like a silly scam to me. Work 10 times as hard. I don't know, man. But it had a big impact on me. I thought it was great. Influence by Robert Cialdini. Influenced by Robert Cialdini. If you've been watching me for any amount of time, you already know I'm putting that at legendary. All right, S tier. Okay, influenced by Robert Cialdini. There was a part. There was a phase in my life where I listened to that book or read it, one or the other, every month. Right, I would either read the book every month or I would listen to it on audiobook. And every month I learned something new. In fact, I'm about to start reading it again. And it's a funny thing when you read a new book. It's a funny thing when you read a book that you've already read. What happens is you notice things you didn't notice the first time. And it's not that the book changed, it's like you changed. Like you had more experience, so you can connect the dots a little better, right? Because now you have more life experience to draw from when you're reading it, right? This book is, if you are in business of any kind, you need to be reading this book. You definitely need to read this book. And it's not a book you just read, it's a book you study. You get what I'm saying? It's not just a book you read, it's a book you study. Right? I'm going to skip around a little bit. Let's go with the AI action plan for online trainers. This is a book that I wrote to help trainers grow their online fitness business. So, I mean, I think it's legendary simply because, not just because I wrote it, because it's also free. The link is in the description. You can get it. But also, it's the only book written by someone who made millions of dollars as an online trainer, who's helped other people make millions of dollars growing their online fitness business, and is focused on doing it with AI, using AI to take it to the next level. Nobody's teaching this, right? I had to pioneer because I was one of the first people to ever do online training back in 08, 09, around 09, the tail end of 09, after the recession. And I made my first million as an online trainer. And nobody's taught more people how to grow their online fitness business either. And nobody's showing you how to do it with AI for free. The link is in the description. Go ahead and download that, man. It's fantastic. All right, let's keep going. All right. The Purple Cow. This is a marketing book written by Seth Godin. I'm going to put it, it's pretty good. What I like about it is that it's short and it had a really good message. So basically, what Seth was saying is, if you want your marketing to stand out, it has to be worthy of standing out. It has to be different. And if I was to sum up that book, when it comes to marketing, different is better than better, right? You can have a better product than someone, but if they're marketing it in a way more creative and different way, they're going to get more attention and will probably make more money as a result. Different is better than different. That's why I'm the only business coach on here with a tank top on. You know, nah, Hormozy be wearing a tank top, but he got more of a lumberjack swag. I don't mean that as a diss. That's the homie. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only black business coach with a tank top or a stringer. I'm definitely the only fitness coach that looks like the Oscar statue. All right. There's other ways to differentiate yourself, but that's what I took from this, and I think about that every time, you know. Well, but not even just with the marketing, with the product development as well. All right. Okay. Now shit's about to get real. Relentless by Tim Grover. If you know me, you know I'm gonna put that in legendary. All right. Here's the thing. I have that book title tattooed on my arm. I might be the only person you'll ever meet in your life with a book title tattooed on his arm. I might be the only one. You probably won't meet another one. And it's because this book really had an impact on me. I remember the year I made my first million, I was listening to that book over, and I listened to the audio book, you know, and I read it as well. And Tim Grover was the trainer for Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, who's from the South Side of Chicago like me, and a host of other elite champion athletes. And one thing, you know, before I read this book, I was working super hard in my goal. People call me a workaholic. People said, "Oh, you got a problem. You need to relax. You need to enjoy life, blah, blah, blah." And I started to feel like, man, something's wrong. Maybe there's something wrong with me. I want to work so much. It don't even feel like discipline. It feels like this is what I want to do so I can hit my goals and be successful. And this book gave me permission to say, hey, fuck all of y'all talking that shit. This is what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do it. And then I made my first $1 million after that as a result. So that book had a real impact on me. You know, a lot of y'all won't like it if you read it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Or you'll read it and you'll think, you know what, maybe I'm not cut out for that type of success, but I can make a few six figures a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, Relentless is for people who want to be the very best they can be. You know what I'm saying? Who are trying to see how much of their potential they can actually bring to the surface. If you're one of these people who is trying to figure out how much you can get away with, Relentless is probably not going to be the book for you. All right. Let's keep going. Stress Less, Accomplish More. This is a book about meditation, and I'm putting it in the legendary category. So, regular viewers will know I've been meditating for about 20 years now. About 20 years in a row. I meditate twice a day for 20 minutes each session. And but before I read that book, it was just once a day. And it's had a tremendous impact on my life. There's tons of studies showing the benefits of meditation. And and Emily Fletcher's book, Stress Less, Accomplish More, is by far the best book on the subject. And it's not close. It's definitely not close. All right. Those of you who are wondering how meditation will help you make money. Well, there was a study done at Harvard University where they had people meditate for 8 weeks. At the end of the 8 weeks, they noticed that the part of your brain called the amygdala started to shrink. Why is that important? The amygdala is the spaz center, right? That's the part of your brain that produces your fight or flight hormones, you know. And once that started to shrink, people were just calmer and they were more focused. You feel me? they weren't as scared. They can handle stress better. It allows you to respond instead of reacting. You know, you ever been like really angry or really stressed out or really scared and you just fucking panic and start spazzing? Not me. I'm cool as a motherfucking fan because I've been meditating for 20 years consecutively. So my amygdala is a lot smaller than yours. But there's also another study that shows that after 8 weeks of meditation, there was more gray matter in the part of your brain called the neocortex. The neocortex is responsible for logic. This is humans have a bigger neocortex than other animals. That's why we can do things like create mathematics, language, build buildings, make YouTube videos, where other animals traditionally struggle in those endeavors, right? It's because of the neocortex, right? It's responsible for logic. So think about this. After just 8 weeks of meditation, your amygdala starts to shrink and your neocortex is more dense, meaning you're less of a fucking spaz and you think more logically. You think that's gonna help you with business? Yeah. Because when I see you motherfuckers in the street and you're throwing a fit because your plane got delayed or you're crying because your fucking favorite team lost or some shit, I'm thinking, look at this motherfucker, man. How's he going to run a business and have the pressure of having employees and the ups and downs of business when he can't handle traffic? Behaving like a child. It's going to help you out a lot. I'm just telling you, it's going to help you out a lot. Right? Oh, if you ever, Tim Ferriss, he has a podcast where he interviews like some of the top entrepreneurs to ever live, like honestly, right? And like 90% of them regularly meditate. Listen, if you want to learn more about it, this is the only book I recommend on the subject. Stress Less, Accomplish More by Emily Fletcher. That's the homie. All right. Some people are asking, is this live? Yeah, nigga, what the fuck? I ain't never lied to you. I've been fucking I'm the realest nigga ever. You're like, come on, man. Catch up. All right. Awaken the Giant Within from Tony Robbins. Yo, this book. Oh, I meant to put. Oh shit. Oh, no. All right, legendary. Yo, I am a different person because I read this book. Like, no bullshit. I read this book when I was 17. My dad had it on his shelf. My dad didn't really read like that. Somebody gave it to him or something. And I said, yo, man, can I have this book? He said, yeah, I don't give a fuck. And I grabbed it. And I read it. And it's one of those books where I wonder how I survived for 17 years on Earth, planet Earth, without knowing the knowledge that's in this book. It was one of my main takeaways was the fact that you can actually control your emotions. I think up until then, I thought that, shit happens and you just have an emotional response to it, the way most people do. And well, this book kind of shed light on how you can actually train yourself to feel how you want to feel under most circumstances. Obviously, if you get your arm chopped off or your hometown gets bombed, right? Like you're gonna have an emotional response. But the majority of things, right? This book really it really changed the way I think and the way I behave and my behavior. I highly recommend it. Do not get the audiobook for this one. This is one of the books where the audiobook, it's not even the same content. It's awful. The audiobook is awful. Like, Tony ought to be ashamed of himself for that being released. The book is amazing. The audiobook is garbage. Hot garbage. All right. Don't fuck with that shit. There's some books where the audiobook is better. Some book where audiobook is worse. All right. For example, Influence is the same. Relentless, the audiobook hits harder than the physical book. I'm gonna be honest with you. Awakening the Giant Within, don't fuck with that. 10X Rule, Grant actually read it, so yeah, I fuck with it. All right, let's keep going. Where do I want to go from here? Yo, you want to know what is a surprisingly good book? This is a book by a fictional character named Ari Gold. It's called The Golden Rule. Ari Gold is the character from Entourage. He was the manager. But it's a book on success. It's all fiction. It's all made up. But it's like a good book, man. I'm telling you, it's a good fucking book. It's a lot of like really good business lessons. And the actor actually read it as Ari Gold. Like he acted. He played the character when he read it. Get the audiobook. It's fucking good and it's hilarious. It's actually like a really good book, man. Even though it's all fictitious. Which is kind of like, oh shit, I don't know. All right, let's keep going. What books are trash? I feel like I don't have enough trash on here. Okay, yeah. Total Money Makeover by David Ramsey. Yeah, that's trash. You could confidently ignore that book. I am not a fan of his process as it pertains to building wealth. I get it, and it's probably good for 90% of the population. So let me be clear. Dave Ramsey's advice is probably good for 90% of y'all. But I'm not talking to 90% of the population. I'm talking to people who want to be elite. And everybody doesn't want to be elite. Like everybody's not trying to be the best they can be. If you are a regular, everyday guy, and that's what you want to be, but you still want to have some level of financial success, this would probably be legendary for you. But if you are someone who wants to excel at a high level, it's probably not the book for you, man. Straight up, it's probably not. Same goes for The Millionaire Next Door. Just the same shit. Like, it's a great book if you a regular guy doing regular shit and you want to have some discipline and learn how to use money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same concept. I read this shit when I was in college. And I was like, oh man, these niggas ain't even this motherfucker ain't even talking to me, man. I'm the realest. All right, let's keep going. I got Secrets of a Millionaire Mind on here twice. Let me drop that in the trash. Let's go. Oh, I gotta. Some of these books are on here more than once. I just gotta do some cleanup, man. Never split the difference in influence again. I'm tripping. All right. All right. Let's keep going. Okay, Courage by Osho. This book. Let me tell you who Osho is. Osho was like a spiritual leader. He looked like Gandhi or some shit, right? And he's dressed in like rags and robes. He looked like he looked like a motherfucker who lived in a temple or something. But that was not the case. Osho had 300 Rolls Royces, even though he looked like motherfucking Gandhi. Did you hear what I said? That wasn't exaggeration. 300 Rolls Royces, because he had one for every day of the year, man. Okay, that's the kind of spiritual leader I want to follow. And his book, Courage, is super slept on, but this is probably one of the best books you can read. Those of you who suffer from fear, analysis paralysis, there's some shit you want to do, but you scared to do it, you should read that book. It's a thin book too. And here's one of my main takeaways from this book. There's a lot, but one thing Osho said that really resonated with me, I read it when I was like a teenager or some shit. And he said, to have courage, you need fear, right? If you want to do something, you're not scared, there's no need for courage, right? To be courageous, there has to be fear present. And when I started looking at the things I was scared of from that perspective, I started thinking, oh, I'm scared of this. Here's the opportunity to build courage. Here's the opportunity to act courageously, because everything you do is a habit, right? So if you are presented opportunity, if you're presented a situation where you're scared to move forward, if you cower from that, it's going to be easier to cower next time you encounter a similar situation. And then you keep doing that over and over again. Next thing you know, being a fucking coward, a bitch, becomes your default response to fear. You get what I'm saying? Some of y'all, you've been doing that shit your whole life. You mastered being cowardly. But how do you build courage? You actually can't be confident. Like, you can't be confident to build courage. You have to seek out things that make you scared. So now, once that kind of clicked in my brain, I said, okay, every time I'm scared of something, I reframed it, like, hey, this is an opportunity for me to build more courage. And then when you do that, next time I'm in a situation where I'm scared, it's going to be easier for me to be courageous. And if you keep doing that, courage will be a default response instead of the bitch ass shit you be doing. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's a great read, especially for like young men. I really think that's a great read. I really think it's a great read. All right. Let's keep going. Persuasion. This is the follow-up to Influence, written by the same author, Robert Cialdini. Yo, other entrepreneurs like this shit more than me. I'm not a fan. This is pretty good. I wasn't really fucking with it. I wasn't really fucking. It's pretty good. It is pretty good. It's worth the read. And maybe I'll revisit it and see, if I feel differently, because I read it maybe, I don't know, like as soon as it came out, I read it. All right. 80/20 sales and marketing. This is super solid. This book right here is a solid book for any entrepreneur. Basically, it's about what you need to focus on to build your business and make money, and what you can confidently ignore. It's really fucking good, and it's slept on. I don't hear people talking about this. I almost want to put it here, but I think this is where it really deserves. I want to put it here, but this is where it deserves. All right. Let's keep going. The 1 Minute Sales Manager. So this was the first sales book I ever read. I'm gonna say it's If it's your first sales book, if you brand new to sales, this is gonna be legendary for you. But in general, I'm gonna put it at pretty good. But it's the best book to start when it comes for sales. Like where I'm at right now, it's still pretty good. But if you were just starting in sales, that's the book you should start. You shouldn't start anywhere else. You should start there. And I say that from experience. You know, when the very first sales book I read was that book. I was doing a sales internship between my after my freshman year at college. I did a sales internship with Abbott Laboratories, big Fortune 500 company, and I was asking my sales manager at the time, who I was riding around with. I said, "What's the best book on sales?" He said, "Yo, 1 Minute Manager. You should read this." He said that really helped him out, and I found it super helpful. If you're just starting out, it's legendary. If you're a seasoned salesperson, you won't get as much from it. Does that make sense? And everything in legendary, even if you're an expert, like these are books you can reread every year and get a whole bunch of and get nuggets from every time you reread it. I don't know if it's like that for this. Okay. You Need More Money. If you want to hear, this is pretty good. It's just a book on how to get money. It's pretty good. And he just talks about how most people don't take finances as seriously, and he gives some advice on how to do it. And it sets some benchmarks of how much money you should have at each age level. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's fine. You know, High Performance Habits. Again, pretty good. Pretty good. Not the greatest book in the world, but it's pretty good. It's fine. I don't feel like I need to go into it. The Born Letters. This is a book on copywriting. And people like this shit more than me, man. I'm gonna make this shit average. All right. The One Sentence Persuasion Course. Listen, this is a marketing book. And man, this shit is solid. I'm tempted to put it in legendary. Is the one I don't want to tell you what the one sentence is, and I don't even want to tell you what it's about. Just know it's a great book on marketing and persuasion. It's a fantastic book on marketing and persuasion. All right, should I tell you the sentence? All right, I'll tell you the sentence. The one sentence is, let me see if I remember it by heart, because it's been a few years since I read this. People will do anything you want them to do if you justify their failures, allay their fears, justify their failures, allay their fears. I'm missing something. I thought I knew it. I know that one of them has helped them throw rocks at their enemies. You know what? Now I need to find the whole shit, man. One sentence persuasion course. What's the one sentence? Okay, here's the sentence. People will do anything for those who encourage their dreams, justify their failures, allay their fears, confirm their suspicions, and help them throw rocks at their enemies. All right, let me read that again. People will do anything for those who encourage their fears. I'm sorry. People will do anything for those who encourage their dreams, justify their failures, allay their fears, confirm their suspicions, and help them throw rocks at their enemies. So if you watch any fucking politics, or if you paid attention to any politics over the last few years, you see all of that. You know, like let's take Trump, for example. If you know me, you know I'm not a fan. I'm not a liberal or a Democrat, but I'm just not a Trump fan. Like I want to be a Republican, but he keep posting pictures of black people as monkeys and shit. So like he makes it kind of difficult. But he's made it very difficult for me to stand by him. Anyway, so to think about it, like Trump said, encourage their dreams, right? Make America great again, right? You know, allay their fears. Man, they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, right? Confirm their suspicions. Oh, we got to drain the swamp. There's all these fucking people in here fucking up our government, right? Help them throw rocks at their enemies. Oh man, it's the Democrats, it's the immigrants, it's fucking China. You know, there's always something to blame. Like you can see it once you understand that game, you'll see it everywhere. Motherfuckers be telling you it's the immigrants, and the Democrats do it too. Like I'm not a Democrat, so I don't want you to think I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. The Democrats do it too. The Democrats say it's the fucking billionaires, it's the 1%. You know, like everybody tries to make an enemy for you, right? Or even outside of politics. Oh, I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like billionaires ain't thinking about you. They ain't doing shit. they ain't trying to help you. It ain't the 1%. I ain't never tried to take no money from you, man. Democrats try to say it's me. You know, the Republicans say it's the immigrants fucking everything up, taking all the jobs. I ain't never seen an immigrant with a job I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like not once. What I want to drive Uber? Nah, man. They taking up all the Uber jobs. Nah, man, that's not some shit I want to do. You know, but it's just marketing. It's not real, but it plays on your emotions. And again, people will do anything for those who encourage their dreams, justify their failures, allay their fears, confirm their suspicions, and help them throw rocks at their enemies. They'll do anything for these motherfuckers. All right. I think you should read the book. It's very good. $100 million offers by the homie Alex Hormozi. I'm gonna go ahead and give this. Oh, my fault. I didn't mean to put it here. It's solid. You know, it's like I don't know if I can put it up here, but it's definitely solid. It's definitely a solid book. It's really good. It's really good. Almost, right? Almost, but it's just I don't know if it has the same kind of staying power with me as the other ones. You know, somebody's like, oh, he put his own book there. Yeah, man, it's marketing. Okay, it's marketing. All right. It's marketing. How to Win Friends and Influence People. You guys know this is my favorite book of all time. It's my favorite book of all time. How to Win Friends and Influence People. I think the world would be a better place, a much better place, if high school students were required to read that book. It would just be a much better place. That on the low, How to Win Friends and Influence People is the best sales book, because think it's in the name, how to influence people and win friends. People buy from people they like. You know, it's by far the best sales book. It's the best pickup book, right? You guys want to learn how to, you want some riz, read How to Win Friends and Influence People, right? You a lonely motherfucker? You part of the male loneliness epidemic? Read How to Win Friends and Influence People, right? I'm just telling you, man, it's the best book I've ever read. It's the best book I have ever read. All right. How to Win Friends and People. Read that book, man. I already got Buy Back Your Time. Why did I have it on here twice? I'm tripping. All right, I got the ultimate sales letter here. Let me just clean this up a little bit. All right. Buy Back Your Time 4 times? What the fuck was I thinking? All right. 10x rule again. Jesus, I'm tripping. Okay. The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. Man, if you followed the advice in this book over the last 10 years, you missed out on a lot of fucking profits. You missed out on a lot of fucking money, man. Yo, when Trump coin made motherfuckers hundreds of millions of dollars, I wanted to take my copy of this shit. I wanted to take my copy of this shit and throw it in the trash. When you motherfuckers bought all them NFTs, I knew a motherfucker who made like $10 million on NFTs. I wanted to burn my copy of that book. Not say you should have been. NFTs were obviously a scam. So, as was Trump coin, right? But I'm just saying, like, the Intelligent Investor would have had you not buying Google. You know what I'm saying? Because the PE ratio is just way off, right? It would have had you not buying Nvidia. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great book for when it was written, but I think like I feel like technology has kind of changed the rules. I really do. So I'm gonna say it's average. It's some good. I mean, he made some good points, and it sounds right. But if you'd have missed out on a lot of money over the last 10 years. Fucking with that shit. All right, we're gonna do the other half of these books in a minute, but first we gotta bring the homie Young Candlestick here to help us make some money, help us some more money. We do the market recap. Yo, Gregory, what's up, man? We're here with the young. I'm Big Brandon Carter. I'm here with Young Candlestick. You know the vibes. We're gonna do the market recap. What's up, player? What did it look like?
Yeah, the intelligent investor. He would have kept me out of a lot of growth stocks,
bro. You'd have been fucked. You know how pissed you'd be if you were following that shit to the letter.
That's why it's helpful to understand charts, because the chart tells everything. If you can catch those breakouts, if you can understand what an uptrend is,
come on, man.
If you can understand where buyers are trapped and where sellers are trapped, that's when you can actually capitalize and execute in the market.
Yeah, man. Let them know.
Yeah. So contrary to the intelligent investor, we do have high price to earnings ratios. That's just basically the stock prices are high based off how much the companies are earning. Yeah. But there's a few other things at play. We have AI. We do have inflation as well. So S&P 500, deja vu, all-time highs. That's like every single day this year.
Every day, all-time high.
And pretty much last year as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Market's up pretty much 10% year to date. That was the base case in the beginning of January. However, during this rally, they really wanted to punish any short sellers or bears. And when it's just shaking off the war headlines, when it's shaking off inflation, this and that, recession odds start to, get lowered. I'm updating my price target on the S&P, and I said this a couple of weeks ago, to 800 to 830. So that means I think that the market has another 7 to 10% higher going into the second half of the year.
Nice. Okay, 7% higher. Hey,
7 to 10% higher.
Dips.
Yep, exactly. And so the market's really high right now. It's really tough for me to go out and say, yeah, go and buy this shit right here, right now.
Yeah, right.
It's one of those things where if you're in, which you should be if you've been following the podcast.
If you miss some money, but don't worry, man.
Yeah,
there'll be some more.
There's always opportunities. There will be sell side activity. There will be some down days. On a few down days, that's where you can sell bullish put credit spreads. If you don't know what that is or how to do it, you got to get into victory trades.
Yeah,
okay, I'm not going to do a masterclass here.
Click the link in the description to learn how to get in to join victory trades, man. We've been killing this shit.
Yeah. So it's like, why do stocks keep on going higher? Well, we kind of have this like global inflation problem right now. Look at EWI, South Korea stock market. We brought this up last week. And since then, the South Korea stock market is up 10% just today. What the S&P 500 is just up 10% after going up 100% in a single day. Like, this is actually kind of problematic, and we're experiencing this in the United States markets to a lesser extent. Now, it's probably not going to be as bad in the United States inflation because crude oil is coming back down. So crude oil, we talked about this pennant formation. We've had lower highs, we've had higher lows. We just broke the higher lows. So we're starting to make lower lows in the short term on oil. So I wouldn't be surprised if oil dropped maybe 5 to 10% over the coming weeks or months, but I don't think oil prices collapse on down, even if the war ends. I think they're going to stay higher for longer. And then I think towards like December, that's where we could maybe see oil back at like $70 to $60 per barrel. Okay. So when oil drops, that kind of helps inflation. Because remember, oil used for transportation of everything that gets factored into your grocery costs, your actual gas costs, jet fuel costs, stuff like that. So keep an eye on the chart of oil just to get an idea of inflation. But even then, like we grabbed silver calls in victory trades. Silver's up about 2% today. I do think that silver can pop, 7 to 8%. Okay. So silver just kind of been range bound, looking for it to test the top end of this channel. I'm not looking for some crazy parabolic move, but if you time up your entry right and you grab some call options, $200 turns into 500, So that's a move that I'm looking at. In terms of the long-term future, I can talk about short-term trades anytime, all day.
Yeah.
But what's the longer-term, bigger picture? Where's the world headed? It's headed towards data centers, DTCR, data center ETF. I'm loving this one. Still dollar cost averaging into it. The future is semiconductors. Dollar cost average into semiconductors. Okay, my favorite semiconductors that still have room to go is like TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor. I still think that stock is a buy. That's not financial advice. I'm just saying.
He got to say that. He got to say that. I ain't got to say that.
TSM, Broadcom. This is the only thing that Trump and Nancy Pelosi can agree on, but they're both long the stock.
Yo, that's a nice high base.
Yeah. It starts to trigger if it really breaks above like 440. Okay, that's where call options come in play. 440 calls on AVGO. Okay, we talked about MBIS, AI data centers. This is probably going to go sideways for a few weeks, but I'm selling bullish put credit spreads at the 165 level. The premiums are really high, and as long as this chops, I make max profit. If it goes straight up, I make max profit. It can even sell off. As long as it bounces after selling off, max profit.
Okay.
But I give myself so many ways to be right. And since the premium is so high, it's just a great option strategy.
I like it.
Memory names are still in rotation. Look at Micron. Trump said Micron is good. Stock flies 20% in a single day. So SanDisk, SNDK, it's really tough to get involved with these names if you're not already long.
Yeah.
But that's okay. There will be other setups. If there's ever a market correction, that can be your entry point.
Guys, if you want Greg to, I see some super chats from me. I'm going to read them later. But if you want Greg to look at any stocks for you now, or you want us to analyze anything, stocks, ETFs, crypto guys are real quiet. But if you want us to analyze any of this, leave a super chat. We'll analyze it. Crypto guys are quiet, man. I'm sorry. Keep going, Greg.
Oh, no, they are. And we can check out crypto. Yeah. One of my favorite stocks in the NASDAQ that I think has a lot of room to run is actually Amazon stock. Okay. They're set to benefit the most from AI, whether it be from Amazon Web Services, but also just making Amazon as a company run more efficiently with robotics. They're going to get really good at targeted ads. And they say that those targeted ads will save the consumer money because they're going to buy exactly what they need. It's tough to say, but Amazon's going to be making some money. And so they're going to get their costs down super low for delivering packages, groceries, anything. I think that Amazon stock can double or triple over the next few years. And that is not being priced in on the options market. So I like call spreads. I picked up 100 shares of AMZU today. This is double bull Amazon shares. Okay. So this is double levered. And I bought 100 shares and I sold the 50 strike covered call. So that's like me saying, I'm buying 100 shares, give me 10% guaranteed for the next month, and I'll take a 20% profit in 1 month if Amazon makes all-time highs.
All right. So you feeling that one.
Oh, yeah. And so Amazon leap calls, leap spreads. Obviously, Amazon shares are good. I still like QQQ, still like QQQI. Even if you guys got the income version of QQQ, you're up 5%, but that's not including the 12% per year in dividends. Okay. And it's not going to go through a ton of theta decay or just ETF decay like you would get with some of the yield maxes. So I still like AMZY. I still like GUI. Google is still my largest holding. Google's just chilling.
Yeah, it's looking good, man.
Yeah. If this could drop to 350, I think it's a buy. Otherwise, if the volume starts coming in, I might just have to buy it at higher prices. And I think Google can get to 450, maybe 500 end of year. Okay. So that's on Google. Microsoft has a ton of value right now. Software is still beaten up. It's not really in rotation just yet. But Microsoft, If it breaks above 430 on volume, I like a
Mhm.
ton of call options. I'm going to size up on this trade, not recklessly, but uncomfortably size up. Okay.
Okay.
So just wait for it. Wait for the setup. Don't, a lot of the times I get from new Victory Trades members, I'm like, what's the best day trade today? I'm like, you kind of want it to like come to you. You don't want to be like out there searching for it. You want to see it like set up way ahead of time. Then when your price alerts go off, if it looks good in real time, execute. That's where you're going to make the biggest money versus if you just wake up on a random Tuesday and you're like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm throwing 20 grand on this random play. It kind of looks good. You know, that's not diligent trading.
It's not though.
So Microsoft, call me crazy. You know, I think it can get to 600, 700, 800 in 3 years. Okay. It's currently at 400. So Microsoft could potentially double in 3 years. This year, I think though, it probably bounces like 20% from here. Okay. So Microsoft calls, Microsoft bull put credit spreads, you name it. Okay. But you know, you just wanted to say we've been killing it on some of these.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah. One last thing. I wanted to mention minerals. So USAR, Trump is long on this. If Trump's long on it, it's likely going higher.
Yeah.
USAR, really, really good for the wheel.
What do they do?
Basically, it's just rare earth minerals. Okay. Mining, processing, and supplying rare earths and other critical minerals. So this is kind of like building out that AI, those AI data centers. Okay. And if Trump's long on it, he's just kind of like telling y'all what's going to happen. Like same with MP. I was long on MP from this like 67 level, and I had to deal with some drawdown. I was down, 20% on my shares, but then just in the past 4 days, stock rallies 30%. So I think that the breakouts on some of these minerals and metals is coming soon. CIFR, I gave you guys this play, long from the 20 level, stock is up 20% since that point.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Talk your shit.
Yeah.
Come on,
yeah.
man.
These are the things in rotation. This is the future. You just look for buy setups on the stocks that Trump is long on. Okay.
Just buy, man. Just buy what Trump buys.
Yeah. Buy what Trump buys. Wait for the technical setup. It's kind of never been easier.
The stocks, not the kids.
Yeah. Not pretty much not everything else.
Yeah, nothing else.
Yeah. Honeywell. We talked about being long in this boring ass consolidation. Remember, it didn't really look like it was going to do much. And then all of a sudden, boom, stock pops 10%. So that's also still in rotation. Uranium bounced off that lower trend line support. We talked about that the day it was down at 47. So now it's up 8% since that point. Uranium, this is like a monthly bullish pennant. So once this starts to break out, uranium can have like an 80% run. Okay. A little bit more diversified. It's a clean energy source. We just need to make sure that it's safe. No more Chernobyl.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We'll see.
Those are the main things I wanted to cover. I mean, I could go over like short setups and stuff, but like,
I want to, man, you brave as hell taking shorts right now.
No shorts. I have no open short positions.
I want to look at XLF, man.
Yeah, XLF. Let's check
financial. It out. XLF is a ETF that tracks the financial sector.
Really lagging the market. So the market was green today. Financials red. I don't see much excitement with this market. It's just dead flat, and it's been underperforming all year since the beginning of the year. Financials are down like 2 to 3%.
Is that not ominous?
I don't think it's too ominous, unless they're like heavily breaking down and the market's still at highs. That would tell us something is a bit off. It's just not in rotation. It could have to do with interest rates. It could just not have. It could have to do with like just not enough demand for these banking stocks. They're kind of cooling off. I get what you mean. The financials are a decent weight in the S&P 500, but it's not a leading indicator.
Okay.
The leading indicators, SMH, semiconductors.
Yeah.
Bullish. IYT, this is a leading indicator. This is at highs. This is looking like it wants to break out.
What's IYT?
This is the transportation index. So think like FedEx.
Okay. XLE.
XLE. So XLE, I gave a neutral bullish rating last time. It popped and then dropped. I just be neutral. I wouldn't be bearish at all. But I don't think it goes on like a super run because remember, it's going to be correlated with oil prices. And if oil's starting to come down because there's been peace for like the 20th time in a row, are we at war or aren't we? I don't know. But it's highly correlated with oil prices, and oil just broke down that wedge. Energy is stronger than oil right now. I still think it's a great sector. I just don't see any like great buy points on it right now.
Okay.
I don't think you're going to get a ton of alpha anymore from energy, at least until it digests and goes sideways for a bit. But that was the move, was the breakout right at the beginning of the year.
Well, we said it, man. Yo, how much is it up? How much did it go up since we called it out?
It from when we called it out to highs, it went up about 44%. That's not including dividends. From where it is right now, it's up about 31%. So
come on, man.
Pretty good.
Come on, man.
That was peaceful too. There wasn't any violent pullbacks. It just went up every day.
Man. Yo, show them what we doing in Victory Trades, man.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So
you guys want to trade with us? You can join Victory Trades. You can get Greg's trade alert straight to your phone, and you can trade futures with us every morning. I wasn't feeling great this morning. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't sick. I don't get sick, man. It was just
it wasn't sickness.
I had some pooping to do this morning, man.
Hey,
man, yo,
everybody poops.
Listen, I read my son a book with that title.
Yeah.
And it proved to be true.
Yeah.
This morning. Yeah. at like 9:27. When I texted you, I was on the toilet. I was like, listen, man, I don't think I'm gonna make it for market open.
That's totally fine. That's why there's two of us. We hey
man, come on, man. You know the vibe. All right, yeah. Show them some of the wins, man.
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So just to show you guys, this is what the alerts look like. You'll learn how to read these alerts once you get the Victory Trades courses. I tell you what I'm entering, the size, the strike prices. I lay it all out for you.
Yeah,
but here's some of the wins. These are from the alerted trades. Here's MP, little 18% gain. I'm still in the trade, MP, but I always say, hey, you can take profits if you want. This is a decent spot. Here's Indy over here. He's been with us for about 2 years. He made 87% on Honeywell. We talked about it on the podcast, but if you want to get my real-time alerts, that's where you want to join Victory Trades. But 87% gain. Here's JD Davis. He made $150 on Honeywell. Also made 1.1K from the King Keto scalps.
Come on, man.
Futures.
Let's go.
Yep.
Because we call out the trades when we're trading futures in the morning.
Yep. Okay. This is just a bunch of orders, but let me explain this to you. This shit was cool as hell. Okay. So we bought 15 calls on RGTI at 19 cents. That means he put in $19. That's the most that he can lose. This is times 15 though. He's exiting this $19 into 147.
Come on, man.
156.
Come on, man.
This is multiple times over. So made about 700% on RGTI. That was really, really cool. If you understand butterflies, here's $140 into 500.
Let's go.
Okay. So here's another Honeywell win. This is an alerted trade. 45% gain in about a week or two. We talked about different stocks in rotation. Ford getting into the energy business. Ford is another great candidate for the wheel. Okay, look at that. Ford. Breakout, retest perfectly, breaking out. Sell cash secured puts, get a sign, sell covered calls. You get a big dividend and it's beneath fair value. So Ford, something that you can size into. Pause. Here's Eric. He just joined like 2 weeks ago. He's already knowing how to trade options, trade shares, made a quick 10% on shares.
Come on,
I post a ton of trade ideas each and every day. This is what it looks like. But I post, hey, entry, stop loss, take profit 1, take profit 2. So if you're itching to trade more, you've got extra trade ideas, okay?
Yeah.
But you got to manage it yourself. Here's Honeywell. He made $150 over there. TTWO, we talked about that GTA trade. 4% gain on shares, nothing crazy. Here's 1.7K on Micron calls. So that's pretty cool. Here's what it looks like when we're live trading, okay? So here's Prezi. Prezi had a pretty good day today. He made
Oh,
$3,500.
He killed it.
Yeah. And again, look, he has the King Keto strategy, but he makes it so that it goes break even once he gets his first take profit. So like he just can't lose, but then he gets some of those wild winners.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I had a pretty good day today as well. You know, I was green today. Just everything worked out pretty well. Here's Swift over here. He made about $300.
Come on.
You know, 350. Here's El Pato. He makes his $85 every morning.
Yeah, every morning, man.
Every morning. $85. People are consistent in victory trades. That's kind of what you get when you're live trading every day. You build that consistency out. Here's JD Davis. He made $2,000. He said, I'm going to stop before I get too greedy.
Yeah.
Which also is a skill.
Guys, if you want to learn if you want to trade with us and get Greg's trade alerts, join Victory Trades. The link's in the description. Just hit that link and join, man. Fuck with us. You know?
Yeah, come check it out.
All right. Greg, thank you so much, brother.
I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Peace out.
All right. All right. Before we hold on, let me move this back. I'm fucking up, man. I'm fucking up. Let me get Greg out of here. Before I get back into the finishing the book reviews, I think there's some super chats. No.
Yeah. It's not a super chat, but I actually appreciate this comment from Tropical Aloha, my brother from Hawaii. Just watched your micro cuts and micro bulk, and I'm trying it out. I downloaded my Fitness Pal, and I'm dialing in on my meal plan, but just saying thank you for the tips.
Hey, man. Glad I can help, brother. Glad I can help, man. I've been doing that micro cut and micro bulking like 15 years straight, you know, like 10, 15 years straight. You just watch the video. It's really good. All right. What else?
We have Alexander with just some money with no words.
Shout out to Alexander. What up, man?
We have Martin. Loved the show. Loved Entourage, especially Ari, the character. So I got the book, but never read it. Thank you, B. I'll pull it out and knock it down.
Yeah. Yo, listen. Pause. Yeah, read the book. I don't know about all that other shit. Pulling out and knocking. You know what I'm saying? I want too much information. What else we got?
We have the Lord of the. Hey, bro, I'm 22, VT member. How many books should I read a year?
It depends, man. Ain't no quota, you know. Ain't no quota, and everybody has different reading speeds, you know. So it's ain't really no quota. It's just I think it's helpful though. I think it's helpful. Whatever you can manage, whatever you can do, that's appropriate for you and your goals and the time you have to allocate. One thing I do is I'm always listening to an audiobook. So when I buy a book, even though I buy the physical book, I'll probably get the audiobook too. Lately, I've been getting a lot of Kindle books, and I'll get Kindle and audio and have it like read it to me. And the cool thing is when you have both, like you can read on the Kindle, but when you pick up on an audiobook, it picks up where you left off on the Kindle and then back and forth, right? So that's something that helps me, you know. What else? Was that it?
No, we have one more from Rayford. Always appreciate you sacrificing your time to share life-changing knowledge and secrets.
Hey, brother, you're welcome, man. All right, cool, man. Hey, guys, let's get back into the books. Let me finish this rating. This wasn't supposed to be this long. Pause. But it's a lot of books. All right. Let's get. I'm gonna move a little faster from here because there's way more books than I thought I was. It's taking longer because I'm talking too much. All right. Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. Boom. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, it's pretty good. It's really good. It's not great. If you didn't read it, it'd be fine. But it's good. If you do read it, you'll get something from it. All right. The Ultimate Sales Letter by Dan Kennedy. This is the only book you really need to read about copy. Well, it's one of the best books about copywriting. If you want to learn how to write copy, write persuasive copy, that's probably the best book. It's the only one that I really feel super confident recommended. There's some other ones in here that I like, but that one's really good. All right, let's go. .com Secrets. When it was written, it was legendary. you know, it built a lot of the foundation of my business was built off that when I first started, you know, especially with when I first started with internet entrepreneurship. I actually used to keep that book on me. Like, you know, I used to carry a little backpack everywhere I went, and that book was in there. And it's really good. But now it's a little antiquated. Like, things have changed. So now it's pretty good. However, Russell Brunson, and Russell's one of my mentors. That's my homie, right? You know, Russell has another book called The Expert Secrets, which is legendary. All right. If you want to be an internet entrepreneur, I think it's critical you read that book. I think it's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you a lot. Really about putting your offer together, putting not only how to put your offer together, but also how to sell it. You know what I'm saying? Like, how to sell it. It's a really good book. All right. This is a book. This book is called what is it? Oh shit. What's the book called? I forget you know what? I forget the name. What is it called? It's called hold up, man. This is not the book best-selling author. He did something. He was being silly. Hold on. I need to find the title real quick. The book is called, fuck, I might have to find my copy of it. Fuck, I might have to end up skipping this one just because. Hold on, all right, let me just look at my Kindle. Why can't I remember the name of the book? It's fucked up because when you see where I rank it, or I'm about to rank this motherfucker, I can't remember the book. Give me a second now. Give me a second. Hey, man. Hold up. It's called. It's really good too. Fuck, I want to give you guys the right name, but the guy didn't put the name on the cover of the book because he was being silly. Fuck. Okay, here we go. Will, hold on. I got it. It's called The Status Game. The Status Game. I forgot. So it's basically about status, and he goes into how almost everything people do is about status. It's legendary. Like, once you read this book, you'll see the whole world from a different perspective. That's why he didn't put he was being silly. He said, by best-selling author Will Story, because he was being silly. But it's called The Status Game. And it's about how human beings are we've evolved to seek status because people with the best status has the highest likelihood of surviving and thriving, and their offspring will be better off. And he goes into the psychology of it. There's a lot of studies behind it. It's a fantastic book. Like, honestly, read The Status Game. There's another one, and we're going to do another legendary. We got the Expectation Effect. So those of y'all who want to, so a lot of times people will ask me about the law of attraction, and I'm always like, yeah, I don't know, right? But the law of expectation is different. So this book is all he does is reference like real peer-reviewed studies about how people's expectations, what they believe, affects like real world outcomes for them. And it's not like The Secret dude was dreaming about a bicycle and some old man great brought it to him. Not like that. It's more like, for example, there's an example of a study in here, and I had to read the study to make sure it was true. But the researchers gave two groups of people these shakes, and they told one group that they told group A that they had a low calorie shake. They told group B, that they had a high calorie shake. They measured their hormones before and after. And what they noticed was the peak between the two groups, their hunger hormone, ghrelin, was different based off what the people believed was in the shake. For example, the people who thought they were getting a low calorie shake, they were hungrier after it. And it wasn't just, they didn't just say they were hungrier. Like, they measured their hormones and saw that they were hungrier. And the same thing with the people who, and the opposite was true with the people who were told that they had a high calorie shake. They were more satiated, more full after it. But the truth was that they both had the same shake, same amount of calories, but there was an actual biologically different response to it. And then there was another study. This one blew my mind, and it kind of challenged everything I knew about fitness, being a coach for fucking 27 years, being a fitness coach. They had two groups of Manhattan housekeepers. Like, they were like working the housekeepers in hotels. So they would like go around cleaning shit all day. And they told one group that they weren't getting enough exercise. Right? They need to be a little more active. They told the other group, they said, man, we measured how much you guys walk around these hotels all the time. You guys are exercising a lot. You guys getting so much exercise. Nothing changed. They monitored how much they were moving. They both, before and after, they were both moving the same amount. Their activities didn't change. But the people who were told they were moving more lost weight without changing anything else. They didn't change their diet. They didn't change they didn't add more workouts. They didn't do anything. They just believed that they were working out more, and they burnt more calories and lost weight. I don't know how to explain that shit, but there's tons of examples in this book of real studies. And I went and read the studies that were in the book, and the shit was mind blowing. That's why it's legendary. It like really changed the way I thought about stuff. Trading in the Zone. Only book you need to read about trading. Trading in the Zone. And the thing is, he doesn't give any fucking trading advice. It's all about trading psychology. But the advice he gives can also be extrapolated to anything in life. It's like really great advice. Honestly, it's a fantastic book. Even if you don't trade, you need to read this book. You'll learn a lot. 50 Cent had a book called Hustle Harder. 50 Cent. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good, honestly. It's pretty good. We have Way of the Wolf by one of my mentors, Jordan Belfort. I paid him to make me better with sales. I gave him like 25 grand to help me polish my sales script, help me get better at building my sales team, because he built a pretty big sales team. And I learned a lot from him. This book is just pretty good, though. It's fine, right? No big deal. Yo, The One Thing. This book is super solid. Like, I'm tempted to put it. Man, I'm gonna put it up here. It's legendary. The One Thing. I almost don't want to tell you what it's about. It's like almost like you need to read it to really get it. You need to really read it to get it. But if you read this book, if you're an entrepreneur and you want to make money, this is the one. This is on your must-read list. I don't even want to tell you what it's about, because I don't want to spoil it for you. I want you to go read it yourself. All right. Laws of Human Nature by one of my favorite authors, my second favorite author, Robert Greene. It's pretty good. It ain't make me no money, but it's pretty good. It's cool. What's the name of this book? Hold on. This guy, he has a book, the homie Cialdini. What's it called? There's another Cialdini book. It's called I think it's just called Yes, 50 Scientific Proven Ways to Be Persuasive. Hermosi likes this book a lot. I think it's good, but it's not great to me. Deep Work by Cal Newport. This is legendary, man. If you want to learn how to really be successful and how to start working harder, you got to get this one. You got to read this. The person who reads this will run circles around the person who doesn't. You'll get more work done with less time, right? Cal Newport is the man. This is a good book on discipline. Discipline Equals Freedom by what's this guy name? You know, the Navy SEAL guy who be on podcasts. The Navy SEAL podcaster whose name escapes me. It's solid. It's solid. But it's not it's pretty good. I'll put it there. It's pretty good. It ain't the greatest book. Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. So a lot of people really love Think and Grow Rich, and it's a good book. But Outwitting the Devil is the one, bro. And if you don't read the book, get the audio book, bro. It's so good. It's so fucking good, man. I'm hesitant to tell you what it's about. Just know that it's fantastic. The Compound Effect. This is a really solid book for those of you guys who are entrepreneurs. You want to accomplish anything in life. The Compound Effect, just about how everything counts. You know, this is a really good book, man. It's a really good book. It's solid. 48 Laws of Power, solid. It didn't make me no money. It's one of my favorite books. It's probably my top 5 books of all time, but I don't know if I've made any money from it. I'll put it like that. It's more, so I'm gonna put it here. It's solid. A lot of people say, man, that book is evil. And almost everyone who says that has not read it. So it's not an instruction manual of how to fucking manipulate people. It's almost like it's just showing you what happens, right? You can read it like defensively on how to avoid getting manipulated, but it's not even all manipulation, right? Like the first rule is don't outshine the master. What's manipulative? What's manipulative about that? You know what I'm saying? Like that's the first rule. That's how it starts. People just haven't read the fucking book, and so they have just preconceived notions, about it. The Art of the Start, very average entrepreneur book. Winning by Tim Grover. So Tim wrote Relentless. I put up here. Winning is good. It's a better written book, but it just didn't hit the same as Relentless to me. You know what I'm saying? But it's a good book. Poor Charlie's Almanac. This is written by Charlie Munger, who was Warren Buffett's right-hand man, billionaire. Really solid book, man. Really, really solid book. I'm gonna put it here. The Psychology of Money. People like this way more than I do. I'm gonna put it at pretty good. Like, I don't know, man. It didn't hit for me the way it hits for everyone else. Maybe because I was already a fucking millionaire when I read it, so it didn't hit. But yeah, I don't want to talk about this one. Pitch Anything. Pitch Anything. This is a fucking amazing sales book. This is a sales book that I would put in legendary. I would honestly put that in legendary, like straight up. This book, if you're an entrepreneur, you do any kind of sales, especially if you have to sell one to many, there's few books that are better than Pitch Anything. Honestly, you should read it. All right. I don't like, you guys know that I'm not the big law of attraction fan, and I don't talk about that shit. I don't get all woo-woo spiritual or all that shit with you, except for this book. I'm not going to tell you what it's about, and I'm not going to fucking say anything, but it's called Money and the Law of Attraction by Abraham Hicks. I'm not going to say anything about this book. If you read it, you'll know why. But if you like that law of attraction shit, this is the only book that this is one of 2 books that I'd recommend on it. All right. I'm just going to leave it there. And there's one more book. Hold on. There's one more book here. It's called The Creative Mind in Success by Ernest Holmes. I'm not going to tell you anything about this book because I'm gonna seem like a weirdo. But what I will tell you is that this is my copy of it. Yeah, that's because I've read it so much. This should look like it survived a world war. You know what I'm saying? And I remember when I was struggling, I was working for moving companies and shit. worried, trying to keep my cell phone on, and I would be on the fucking F train in Queens at 4 a.m. It would just be me and a bunch of Latinos wearing Rockaware, right? Like shit they got from the Salvation Army, shit that nobody's wearing no more. It would be just me and them. And I would read this book over again. And I read the shit out of it, man. I read the shit out of it. I'm not going to tell you anything about it, but it's one of those law of attraction type books. I'm not going to talk about it. It's a thin book. Just know it had a big impact on me to this day. All right. Alchemy. This is a marketing book, but it's about the psychology of marketing. This is really solid. So basically, he references a lot of different studies in this book. And for example, there was one where it talked about how your beliefs affect marketing. And if you can change people's beliefs, you can change not only if they buy the product or not, but how much they enjoy the product. For example, they did they had like blind taste tests of Coke and Pepsi, and they hooked people's brains up to like transmitters so they can measure their brain waves. And almost everybody, on average, the people, when they had the blind taste test, when they drank the Pepsi, they preferred it over the Coke. There were some exceptions, but the majority of people preferred the Pepsi over the Coke in blind taste tests. But then they did it, and the brain waves, that not only people say that they enjoyed it more, but the brain waves showed that the parts of their brains lit up to show that they really did enjoy it, right? They actually measured the enjoyment. Then they told them which one was which. And they still had their brains up to brain waves. The people who said they liked Coke better, when they knew they were drinking Coke, the brain waves lit up in the same areas, saying that they liked it more. And then when they had the Pepsi and they knew it was Pepsi, the brain waves didn't light up. And they said that not only did they say they didn't like Pepsi as much, but the brain waves actually showed that they weren't enjoying it as much. So the placebo effect is like a real thing. It doesn't just affect how much you'll buy, right? It's not just marketing from that perspective, but he talks about like the right marketing will make people actually enjoy your product or service more on a real level. And it's fascinating. All right. Made in America by Sam Walton. Y'all know Sammy. He made he started Walmart and Sam's Club. If you ever been to Sam's Club, that's his club, man. It's a pretty good book. Pretty good book. This is Marketing by Seth Godin. Really solid marketing book. Really solid marketing book. Start with Why by Simon Sinek. People glaze this book, and I just think it's fine, right? It's average. It didn't hit for me like that. So yeah, I already know why I'm doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't need a book on why I'm going for it, but some people do, right? So this is my rating. You might fucking have that shit higher, right? The 22 Immutable Laws of Marketing. I read this when I was in college and I was a marketing major, and I was like, fuck, this is a good book. So this is solid. If you're into marketing, it's really good. Jab, hook. Jab, right hook is pretty good. This is by my boy Gary Vaynerchuk. That's the homie. And it's pretty good, man. But I think that strategy is actually antiquated. Oh, it was pretty good when it was written. It was pretty good when it was written. Now it's kind of average. Because here's the thing. Algorithms have changed on social media. So back when he was saying jab, right hook, he's like, give value, and then ask for a sale. Give value, then ask for a sale. But he wrote that during a time where the algorithms, your feeds on algorithms was linear. Like you really saw what was happening, and you probably saw the posts of everyone you were following. Now it's not like that. right? You don't see everyone's posts, right? So you might be, if you're doing more jabs than hooks, no one may ever see the fucking jabs, right? So the algorithm has changed in a way where that strategy is antiquated. It just doesn't work anymore, right? So I mean, if Vayner wasn't my man's, I might have put it in trash, right? Just because I don't think it's effective anymore. When it was written, it was really good, but things have just changed too much. I don't think it's effective. What you want to do now is make content where it's entertaining, and the jabs and the hooks are in the same piece of content. You get what I'm saying? Anyway, if you want to learn how to do that, you got to read the AI action plan for online trainers, where I go into it, man. That link is in the description. It's free. It's the only book on here that's free. Only one. All right. Psychology of Selling by Brian Tracy. Super solid book. Super solid book. I don't want to review this book. All right, Profit First. This book is super solid. It's basically how to run accounting for your business and your personal life. But it's more for your business. This is solid. I think everybody should, man, fuck that. I'm gonna put that in legendary. I think everybody should read that, because no one talks about how to manage the money. None of these entrepreneurs are talking about how to manage the money. They're talking about marketing, they're talking about getting sales, they're talking about products, maybe even offers, but no one talks about how to manage money. This is the only book I'd recommend on this shit. All right. Why does this guy keep saying Rich PA did keto? Like, why does he keep saying that? Yeah, man. He also did, like, he injected synth oil and fucking mad drugs. He was taking fucking trend. Like, keto's not what ketogenic diet is not what killed him, man. it was probably all the drugs, bro. It was probably the drugs. If I had to guess, it was the drugs. All right. Jesus. All right. The E-Myth. Really fucking, this is, man, you're an entrepreneur, this is legendary. All right. Really show you how to structure your business in a way where you can start working on your business instead of in it as much. Right. And even if you want to work in your business, you still need to know that book. You still need to read that book. It's not important when you're a solo entrepreneur. It's important when you start having employees. When you have an employee, as soon as you start hiring people, you need to read the E-Myth. All right. I already did Psychology of Money. I already did The Millionaire Mind. I already did Think and Grow Rich. I already did Alchemy. All right. Good to Great. Man, people glaze this book. It's fine. It's average. It ain't bad. It ain't good. But I ain't get much from it. The Richest Man in Babylon. Yo, I ain't really get much from it, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll teach you how to be rich. I ain't really getting no. I was maybe because I was already rich when I read it. Like, why am I reading this? You know, I don't think I was the target market. That's probably my fault. I shouldn't have read it. Right. That's like me reading the book. I teach you to be. That's like me reading. I'll teach you how to be rich. Would be like me reading. Hey man, I'll teach you how to be black, bald, and muscular. It's like, oh man, I could teach a fucking college class on that. I could teach a fucking 3-credit college class on that. Right. So anyway, Think and Grow Rich. Man, it's super solid. I can't put it in the legendary because I don't know why. It's not Napoleon's best work. His best book is Outwitting the Devil. Maybe I put it in legendary, but I have to compare it to Outwitting the Devil, and it is better. It pains me to do this, but Mastering the Game of Money is average by Tony Robbins. Blue Ocean Strategy is a business book that people glaze, but it's average, bro. All right. Yeah, man. That's my list of the best entrepreneur books for you to get some money. All right. The best entrepreneurial books. These I think you should all read every book in here in the legendary. And then once you're done with those, move down to solids. And then if you still got time, pretty good. Everything except the trash is worth reading. You can probably ignore the average and the trash. All of these are from pretty good and above is worth reading for sure. For sure. But this, I feel like these are required reading, and you can start right now with the AI action plan for online trainers. Listen, if you want to start your online fitness business or grow your online fitness business, I made my first $1 million as an online trainer. I've taught over 15,000 people how to grow successful online fitness businesses. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do it for free. If you read the book, the link is in the description. You can download it for free. All right, y'all. Peace. Okay. Do I got more? Are there more super chats?
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right, we have Looky Looks with just some money and nothing, no words.
Nice.
We have Julian. Brand, I'm actually good at sales. How do I transfer that skill to ads without wasting a bunch of money? Thanks, man.
You probably don't, right? Like it's not the same. It's a different skill set. You know, they're just different skill sets. You probably don't transfer that skill to ads. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's yes, it's a totally different skill set, bro. It's a totally different skill set. And you should learn ads, but you know, running ads is not the difficult part. Like how to use the Facebook manager and all that shit. Because I was teaching my students in High Ticket Trainer, who I teach to go to online fitness business. We were talking about some ad stuff today, and running the ads is the easy part, but it's making the right creatives, the copy, the videos or the images, right? The right creatives. Because I showed them examples where I set up 2 campaigns exactly the same. Everything was exactly the same objective. Everything was the same, but just one just had a way better creative. You know, it was a way better video, and it did like 4 times as good as another one, right? It's creating the content. It's creating the content that's difficult, you know? Yeah. So sales doesn't necessarily transfer to that. You want to learn how to make better content, then check out the free ebook. The link's in the description, man. AI action plan for online trainers. All right. What else we got?
Oh, okay. We have a question. Brandon, what's your top pick for someone who has high ADHD?
Oh shit, you off high ADHD. What's my top book? Is that what he means?
Maybe.
Yeah, let's assume that's what he means. Yeah, Deep Work. That, I mean, honestly, that's going to be the best book for as far as that's concerned. 100% Deep Work is the best book. Yeah, you should definitely read that, because I have ADHD as well, and dyslexia. Man, instead of picking a struggle, I just struggle maxed and figured it out though. But Deep Work, that's the one. All right, he wrote book. Yeah, Deep Work. Like, read it, man. Hold up.
Deep Work by Cal Newport. Man, yo, my like everyone, just a few, the books that I have in Legendary, my copies of them are all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like I wrote all in them. I got the fucking pages all fucked up. Like Deep Work. I had to tape this shit back together. Deep Work by Cal Newport, for sure. All right, we have Steven. When you micro cut, are you losing muscle after you're past the beginner lifting phase?
No, you're not. You shouldn't lose muscle as long as you keep you might lose some, but it shouldn't be much. You shouldn't lose much muscle at all. You shouldn't lose a noticeable amount of muscle if you're getting 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Honestly, you shouldn't lose a noticeable amount of muscle during the micro cut. And if you're lifting heavy, like you want to lift heavy during a micro cut, that's very important. Lift heavy, 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. If you're not tracking your calories or you're not tracking your macros, you probably will lose muscle because you're not making sure you get enough protein. Like last night, for example, my girl, every once in a while, she'll cook a big fucking bowl of ground beef and put like Latino seasonings in it, like you eating the inside of a taco. And And she'll just put a big ass bowl of that shit for me. And I had to eat 20 ounces because I hadn't hit my protein goals for the day. And I'm in a cut. I had to eat 20 ounces of that shit, even though I'm in a cut. Because like, but I still had to get that 200 grams of protein. But still around 2,000 calories. And I got there, but I had to eat 20 fucking ounces of ground beef. It'd be like that. You know, you got to make sure you get enough protein. Yeah. And you should look bigger, pause, when you cut. Like, I can tell from last week and looking at myself right now, I look a little bigger than I did last week, even though I lost weight since last week because I'm just the proportions, man. Come on, man. Looking like the Oscar statue. Like you dip the Oscar statue in like some caramel chocolate, you know? That's what I look like. Hey, what else we got?
I don't know how we got here, but that's all the questions for tonight.
That's all the questions. You know what? Listen, I didn't talk about fitness stuff, so I'm gonna do it now. All right.
Okay.
You cool with it?
I got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Besides edit video.
That's a good woman right there. That's a good woman, guys. Speaking of building muscle, you motherfuckers are doing it wrong. I'm gonna show you how to build some more muscle. Let's go. For the last 10 years, I've been doing full body workouts exclusively, no splits. I'm not doing leg day, arm day, nothing like that. I do full body workouts exclusively because I believe they build more muscle. I believe they are more effective. And if you do them too, I believe you'll put on more muscle than if you were doing some sort of split. Okay. And my goal here is to persuade you to do full body workouts as opposed to splits so you can make some gains and stop looking skinny and frail. Stop wasting time in the gym wondering why you ain't growing. I'm going to make the case to you. I'm going to show you all the science and explain why full body workouts, I believe, are superior to splits. And I'm going to show you how to do it, how to execute it. All right. Let's get into it. All right. Boom. Oh, no, this is the wrong thing. I'm in the wrong one. Here we go. Full body blueprint. How to get natural. I'm gonna show you how to put on natural muscle. I'm showing you how to maximize your muscle building naturally. All right. Now, full disclosure, I have been on testosterone replacement therapy for the last 4 years, but I was in amazing shape before that. Go look at any of my YouTube videos before that. I started, and the reason I'm on it is because I'm fucking old. I'm going to be 44 this year. All right. The men's natural testosterone starts to drop around 30. Some new studies say that it starts dropping around 25. All right. But when I was natural, I was doing this and getting way better results than most naturals. People were accusing me of being on roids before I went on people were accusing me of being on drugs before I went on TRT. And I believe in my heart it's because I've been doing full body workouts and most people don't. Let me explain. All right. Let me explain. All right. So before steroids were invented, pretty much every bodybuilder did full body workouts. All right. Every bodybuilder did full body workouts before steroids were invented. They're relatively new, but people have been bodybuilding way before steroids were invented or any sort of drugs, any sort of pharmaceutical enhancement. All right. And there's a reason why they started doing splits. Splits were invented for steroid users. Let me explain. So there's something called protein synthesis. Protein synthesis is a fancy word for muscle building. And after you lift weights, protein synthesis begins, but it only lasts for about 48 hours. So if you guys are doing fucking splits where you have like a chest day, you're going to grow muscle for 48 hours and then nothing happens, right? You're missing out on 5 days of potential muscle growth, right? However, when steroids were invented, they noticed that it extends protein synthesis. So they started to take advantage of that with the splits. They started beating the shit out of the muscle like 1 day a week because protein synthesis was extended from steroids. Splits were literally invented for steroids. Splits were literally invented for steroid users. All right. And this is the flaw. Like this is a flaw in the design, because all of us who started lifting weights, in the 80s and 90s, we were doing what the pro bodybuilders did. They were doing splits, but we weren't on the same shit they were on. So you're not going to get the same results. You will get results, but not the same results. All right. Now, hold up. Hold up. I don't know if I want to talk about this part. Hold on. Give me a second. I want to show you guys something. So there's actually some studies that corroborate this. So here's a study where it said full body workouts. Yeah, here's a study from PubMed that shows that the frequency. Oh, okay. That's what I wanted to say. All right, my fault. So one thing you want to understand is that for naturals and possibly for steroid users too, frequency is actually more anabolic. All right. So the more you work out, the more often you work at, it triggers a muscle building signal, right? For example, here is a study that shows that it compared a split routine. Yeah, here's a study that compared a split routine where people who are well trained, they hit each body part once per week, and they compared that to total body. It compared that to full body workouts 3 times a week. And what happened was that the people who did full body 3 times a week grew more muscle. Right? You can read the study on your own, but like this is a real study, peer-reviewed study. All right. Now, these guys were natural though. It's different if you're on steroids. Now, here's another thing you need to understand. You're going to get more sets. If you do full body, the way I'm going to tell you, you get more sets. Let me explain. Let's say you worked out, you're doing a regular bro split, and you hit each body part once a week. Let's go for chest. Let's keep it with the chest analogy. You hit chest once a week. You do 16 sets per week, meaning you did like 4 exercises What's that? 4 sets of 4 exercises. And that's chest day, Monday, right? 16 times 52 is, I just want to make sure the math in my presentation is right. Yeah, it's 8. You get 832 sets per year. Not bad. Now let's say you're doing full body workouts. And in when you're doing your full body workout, you do maybe, let's say you pick 2 chest exercises. You do 4 sets per workout, right? This math is off. Hold on. 2 exercises. 2. All right. So you get a total of 8 sets on your chest, right? And you do that 4 times a week. That's going to give you 32 sets per week. This math is wrong. The math is wrong here. Just know it's 32, not 34. 32 sets of chest per week. Times 52, you got almost twice as many sets per year on your chest. You get what I'm saying? Because we're not trying to crush it with 16 sets in one workout, right? We get more frequency. And remember, we already talked about, we already showed studies that prove that frequency actually helps build muscle. All right. But if you do what I'm telling you to do, the way I tell you to do your full body workouts, you're going to get more sets per year, twice as many sets. Don't you think you can grow better if you get twice as many sets? Doesn't that make fucking sense to you? Right? You're going to get twice as many sets per year. Right? But also you get twice as many sets. But remember, you're going to constantly stay in protein synthesis, because this guy is not even going to be growing for most of the week. He's not even going to be growing his chest if he's natural for most of the week, because there's no protein synthesis. So you're going to get more sets, and you're going to be in a constant state of protein synthesis. All right. Now, oh, fuck, I hit the wrong button. Right. So now, instead of just spiking protein synthesis one day, and it only lasts about 2 days, and you have 5 days where your muscle was not growing, right? Now you're going to be in kind of a constant state of muscle growth. You're going to be in a constant state of muscle growth. You do 3 or 4 times a week. But also, I already said that. But here's the thing. They're going to be better sets, because if you're doing this chest day, you're going to be doing a lot of isolation movements as opposed to compound movements. You'll be doing a mixture of compound and isolation movements. So to be clear, a compound movement, sometimes they're called multi-joint movements. So a bench press is a compound movement, because let's pretend I'm on my back, pause. You see I'm doing a bench press. You see the joint here is moving, and the joint in my elbow and shoulder, multi-joint movement. And it's a compound movement because I'm using multiple muscle groups. I'm using triceps, delts, and chest, right? It's a compound movement. Compound movements build more muscle than isolation movements. Isolation movements would be something like dumbbell flies or cable crossover. You see, it's a single joint movement. You see, pretend I'm on my back and I got dumbbells, right? Boom. You see, the only joint that's moving, if I'm not cheating, is this joint, right? You can't lift as much weight, and it doesn't cause as much hypertrophy. It doesn't cause as much muscle growth because you're not recruiting as many muscle fibers. That makes sense? It's very important. It's very important. Compound movements are going to build most of your muscle. So if we're only doing 2 exercises, we should do only compound movements. Right. So not only are you getting more sets per year, twice as many sets per year, you're getting better sets. You're getting the sets that are going to build more muscle, just compound movements. Right. Because half of these movements are kind of bullshit. I mean, they have their place, isolation movements, especially if you're a pro bodybuilder, and you're trying to compete on stage, you have to have different kind of proportions, right? But you and I, we don't have to do fucking we don't have to do isolation movements. You know what I'm saying? And so we're gonna get twice as many. So this guy's only getting half the sets, and then half of his sets are half as effective. You get what I'm saying? In a minute, I'll show you how to put together a program for like this, right? But right there, I feel like that's enough information, right? So here's how it would look, right? You want to pick 1 or 2 isolation movements per body part. 1 or 2, depending on what you got going on. I mean, I'm sorry, you want to pick 1 or 2 compound movements per body part, except for the extremities, right? So you can do isolation movements for biceps, because if you're working your bicep correctly, you're only moving this joint. Tricep, same thing, right? I mean, there are exercises you can do that would be considered compound movements for bicep and triceps. Maybe I'll talk about those in a minute. And calves, you can't really do a compound movement for calves, right? So the extremities, you can do isolation movement for that, just because they're at the ends of the joints. They're the extremities. But let's say you want to pick legs. Hey man, get yourself pick two of these. You can do squats. I prefer low bar squats because it recruits more muscle fibers. You can typically go heavier. All right. Just front squats if you want, leg press, hack squats, something like that. A compound movement for your legs. And then just pick, 1 or 2 things for your calves. Standing calf raises. Studies show that standing calf raises build more muscle than seated calf raises. All right. Or you can do the donkey press, but that should look kind of, oh, I'm supposed to be sharing my screen. Yeah, so you want to pick 1 or 2 of these, for your legs. Squats, I prefer low bar squats because you can get more, you can lift heavier and recruit more muscle fibers. Front squats are good too if you want to focus on the quads. Leg press, hack squats, calf raises. These are going to be isolation movements just because of where the calves are located. Standing calf raises typically build more muscle. Studies show that standing calf raises build the most muscles. So I would just do those. Like, that's all you really need. All right. Chest, you got the compound moves you can pick. You can pick barbell bench press or dumbbell bench press, right? Incline or decline bench, right? Weighted dips. That's all you need, man. You don't need to do nothing exotic for your chest. Same thing with back, man. You got bent over rows, T-bar rows, pull-ups, chin-ups. You don't really need to do nothing else. Like, just pick 1 or 2 of those, and that's your fucking workout. I mean, that's what you're going to do for chest and back. Shoulders, overhead press, push press. I like to do handstand push-ups. That's all I really do for my shoulders, is handstand push-ups. Freestanding handstand push-ups. I'm super strong. All right. For triceps, if you want to try to do a close grip, if you want to try to do a compound move for triceps, one of the best movements for building size on your triceps is close grip bench press, right? It's like the bench press, but you have a closed grip, and then you do it like this, and you want to fully extend, right? Because you want to work the triceps. So when you're doing regular bench press, you don't want to fully extend at the top. Like, you don't want to lock your elbows, is what I mean. You want to extend as much as you can without locking your elbows, because when you're doing bench press, you want to work your chest, and if you lock your elbows, you're going to put more stress than you want to on your triceps, and your triceps will give out before your chest gets worked to failure. Your triceps will hit failure first, so you'll never hit your chest, right? But if we want to work the triceps, what we'll do is we'll move the grip closer and then fully lock out at the top. That's an underrated tricep movement. And I know something about, I know a little bit about triceps. And if you want bigger arms, like, everyone wants to do bicep shit, but most of your arm is triceps. It's in the name. It's 3 muscles. It's three muscles. That's why it's called triceps. Bicep is 2 muscles. It's like just a smaller muscle group. Anyway, you could do closed grip bench press, overhead extensions, or even dips. Like, if you want to do dips and focus on your triceps, you can do that. You just have to lock out. So typically when you're doing dips and you want to focus more on your chest, you wouldn't lock out. But if you want to focus on the tricep, then you lock out at the top. All right. For biceps, the closest thing to a compound movement you can do is basically chin ups, but close grip. And here's the key. Here's the key. You want to wrap your thumb around and fully extend at the bottom. This is going to put more stress on the bicep. And you won't be able to lift as much, right? Because your biceps is going to get tired. See, because typically when you're doing chin-ups or pull-ups, you don't want to lock out at the bottom because it's going to put more stress on your bicep, and your bicep will give out before your back, right? And another tip, if you want to work your back with like pull-ups or chin-ups, put your thumb on the other side of the bar, right? So you use your hands just as hooks, and you won't use your bicep as much. That way you can focus more on the back, you know? But if you want to work your bicep more, then you get that close grip, move that thumb over here and fully extend at the bottom and then bring it up. You know, that's the closest thing to a compound movement you could do for biceps, right? And it's actually pretty effective, right? So you pick two of these, one or two of these for each body part, all right? Let's move on, all right? Yeah, you pick one or two of these for each body part. Do 3 or 4 sets 3 or 4 times a week, depending on how long you've been training, right? If you're brand new, 3 sets. I mean, if you're brand new, 3 workouts a week is probably enough for you. 3 full body workouts, because you're not very well trained, you know, and you're going to be like super sore. I've been training for 27 years in a row, and I just don't get sore anymore. So I do full body workouts 5 or 6 days a week. Some weeks I do 7. I just don't get sore anymore. I don't get sore anymore at all, you know. And I'm on testosterone. So let's keep that in mind, right? I'm on testosterone now. I'm old, right? But my testosterone levels aren't super high. Like if you're watching this in your 20s, we probably have the same testosterone levels. Like last time my shit was measured, it was like 900. That's the same testosterone levels I had when I was in my 20s, because I got it tested back then, right? I'm telling you, this is going to be a game changer for you. It's far superior. And I want to show you just a few more studies before we end it. I want to show you a few more studies. No, never mind. I don't. I don't want to show you a few more studies. All right, guys, start doing this. Try for 90 days. Try for 90 days. Full body workouts. Pick 2 compound exercises. Pick 1 or 2 compound exercises per body part. Do 3 or 4 sets 3 or 4 times a week. If you've been training for 10 years plus, you can do more, right? You can probably do 5 days a week like me, all right? I'm telling you, you will gain muscle, more muscle in those 90 days, right? Full body workouts are made for naturals. Splits were made for steroid users. If you're not on steroids, you ain't got no business doing splits. If you have to do a split, or you just prefer doing splits, the only ones I recommend, upper body, lower body. I think that's a good split. I'd be fine with you doing that. If you need to split up more than that, push, pull, legs, that kind of split. You do push muscles on one day, pull muscles on the other day, legs on the other day. That works. I don't think it's superior to full body workouts personally, but at least you do. If you're going to do push, pull, legs, then you need to work out 6 days a week. You need to work out 6 days a week to take advantage, to get the most out of it. All right. But just do full body workouts 3-4 times a week. Yeah. And my plan, the way I live my life, my plan is to do a full body workout every day. And I wait till life forces me to take a rest day, which usually happens once or twice a week. Where it's just like, oh, I got too much shit to do, or it's a graduation, or doing something with my son, or I'm traveling. Right? I wait till life forces me to take a day off. That's what I do, guys. All right, guys. If you want me to train you, I have I'm taking on a few online clients, one-on-one clients that I'm gonna work with this summer. The link is in the description. If that's something you want to do, you got to apply. If you apply, you're gonna get automatic text message. If you don't respond to that text message, then I'm gonna ignore you, right? But once you respond to that text message, then I'll come in and I'll start talking to you personally, and we can figure it out if it's something you want to do. All right. It's been another episode of but give this shit a try. All right. 90 days, full body workouts. Guys, it's been another episode of Victory Talk Podcast. We've been killing it. Oh, we got super chats, huh?
We have super chats. Where are you going?
Oh shit, my fault.
We have Steven, your BBC. I run the same program every day. Chest, shoulders, and arms. Motherfuckers telling me I should do splits. I should just keep doing what I'm doing? ?
Yeah, you if I was you, I'd throw some back and legs in there, or you'll start looking silly. But yeah, man, fuck a split, man. Fuck that shit. I got way bigger balls when I started doing full body workouts. Straight up.
We have Martin, BC. I'm trying to get back on the B-ball court. How do I balance plyometrics with weightlifting and also inculcating cardio on Stairmaster? You are on fire.
Oh, thanks, man. All right. So what I would do if I were you is either plyometrics, training, weightlifting. Do your cardio and maybe even your plyometrics after lifting weights or on another day. All right. You never want to do cardio, like real cardio, before you train. Like you can do a warm-up or something, but the studies show you won't build as much muscle or lose as much fat if you do cardio first, because you just want to you're going to use up a lot of your glycogen reserves before you can do the weight training. So I would do that, and then make sure you're getting enough protein and enough sleep if you're working that hard. Enough protein, sleep, and water. You need at least 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You need at least 8 hours of sleep. And you definitely got to drink enough water, at least 1 gallon of water a day. And you should be all right, man.
He has a follow-up. Also, B, I've been overweight. Even though I'm starting to drop weight, does not seeing cuts mean I just have too much fat or not lifting enough?
Does not seeing cut. Oh, does not seeing cut. All right. Yo, man, you might not have cut the weight as much as you need to, man. Like, your calories might not be low enough. Like if your calories were low enough, you'd be losing weight without doing any working out. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even need to do cardio or work out to lose weight. If your diet is right, you can't out train a bad diet, but you can out diet bad training. Right. So if you're not losing weight, if you're not losing fat, then it's a diet thing. You gotta start tracking your calories. That's what you gotta do. That's what I'm hearing is the guy who doesn't track his calories. I'm gonna be honest with you. You start tracking your calories, you will succeed. I promise you that.
All done.
All right, guys, man. This has been another episode of Victory Talk Podcast. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I went a little over today, but I had to. I'm here to give. Listen, if you want to learn how to grow your online fitness pit, you definitely. I knew it. I can smell a motherfucker who doesn't track his calories from a mile away. I'll know it by the questions you ask me. Start tracking your calories, man. It's all math. It's all math, homie. Guys, if you want to learn how to grow your online fitness business, click the link in the description. There's a free ebook that'll show you how to do it. I made my first million as an online trainer. I've taught over 15,000 people how to grow successful online fitness businesses. You can be next. Click the link in the description. You can learn for free. All right. I'll let y'all. Peace.